I heard it like a popping noise. If you could go back 5 years and tell me that I would make a video on YouTube about hair removal, I would have told you you were crazy. But I have a bit of a problem, and that's that I am a hairy dude. And if this thing can fix that, I will make a video and post it on YouTube so you know if it works too, because I've never used this. I have no idea if it will. So if you want to find out, stick around, and by the end of this video, you'll know if it works. But if you're new here, my name is Travis, and I test health and wellness products in order to provide you an honest breakdown for you to make the best decision for you. So this video is going to be real simple, basically 2 parts. First, I'm going to use this thing right now for the first time and bring you along for the ride so we know what it feels like. Second, I'm going to keep using this for a month and report back and tell you if it works or not. And to test this properly, I have shaved a section of my body because my shoulders, my back get very hairy, and I've taken a big old circle, shaved it, prepped my skin for this, and I'm going to test it, which means yes, I will be walking around very silly while I have hair everywhere else in certain spots where I don't. And if that's not worth a like and subscribe, I don't know what is. So if you don't mind doing that, I appreciate it. But let's talk about this thing. First of all, power button on the side, and I believe this is the button that actually activates the flash when you're using it. So when I turn this on, I have turned it on, I haven't used it. There's a fan inside, it's quite loud. I don't know how much the camera's gonna pick up. I apologize if you can hear that, but part of the experience. From there, I have read the instructions. There's basically 3/4 modes. As far as power, there's 3. There's a flash or fast mode, which is the lowest power setting, meant more for maintenance or easy to remove hair. Then there's a normal, the middle option, and then there's a high powered. I'll probably test all 3 of those right now just so you know what they're like. And then if you hold one of the buttons, I can't remember what it is, I'm gonna test that later after I got more familiar with this, but it will auto sense, you can put up there and it'll kind of just keep going along and you can kind of move it at a faster pace. So let's go ahead and test this thing out. Now there are glasses, I'm not gonna wear them because I want you to see my real reaction, but as I continue to use this on my own, I will wear those. So here we go. Probably can hear that. And when I put it against my skin, there is an indicator right here that shows it senses my skin. So I am in fast mode, so this again is the lowest power mode. I'm gonna go here. I heard it like a popping noise. I honestly did not feel a thing. You probably can see that light on my skin, I'm assuming. I didn't feel a thing. I saw the light, but that was it. So now if I hit power again, I am in normal. So let's see what that does. Okay, again, light. I did not sense anything. So I'll go to new spot back here. And this is the highest power. All right, and yep, that was high. I'm gonna turn this off so the fan's not in your way. Hope you can hear me a little bit better now. To be honest, I didn't feel a thing. All those settings, it has cooling technology. I don't know if you're supposed to feel that or if it's just to lessen the impact. I didn't feel like a cooling sensation. I honestly felt nothing. I saw the light, I heard the noise, that was it. After Effects, obviously it's only been a matter of seconds. I don't feel anything. So now I'll go off camera, I'll start using this. I'll report back at some point in time, but ultimately I'll come back after a while and I'll show you where hair is grown back in and where hair hopefully hasn't. No idea, we'll see if it works, but I'll see you soon. Well, hello. It's been 5 weeks since I filmed that intro and I've been zapping myself every other day with this thing since then, except for the last week. I went to maintenance mode, I wanted to test that. I think I only used it twice during that week, but besides that, it was pretty much every other day, every once in a while, every 3 days. This is gonna be a pretty simple video. Basically, what was the experience like and did it work? Before I do get to those, I wanna talk about how I test this, what I did so you know what you're getting out of this review. So I'm a pretty hairy dude. And so what I did is I shaved my whole body. And then I decided to take an area and use this thing. And so basically I took a line and I started just up here, down my arm right here, and then up my kind of my shoulder blade area back here. And then I let everything else continue to grow. That way we can see what happens over time with using this. Do you get some hair growth? Do you get a lot? Does it barely work? Does it work well? And then you can see where I didn't use it. So you know, I'm not just saying it worked, but really my body's just shaved. I'm just doing other things. I want this to be an authentic review and not something like where you're like, is he telling the truth or did he just shave and say this product's great? I really used it. So I'm gonna give you my real results. We're gonna get to that in just a second. But let's talk about the experience first. Now, when I first started using it, I was like, oh, that's not bad. I don't really notice it. When I really started using it heavy, and I'm like, spot, 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 because you kind of, if you look at it, it's only got that small little window, so you have to have that go spot to spot, spot, and you just kind of keep doing it over and over and over, and you use it a whole bunch of times depending on how large of a surface area you want to do. And what I noticed is, at first, it doesn't hurt at all, and then you start to feel it a little bit. Now, if I was put on a pain scale, 0 is you don't feel it at all, and 10 is like, that really freaking hurt. It's a 1, sometimes. Other times it's a 0. And what I mean by that is, I noticed when I was first new to using this, and I was like, ding, 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 and just kept on going, I get to a point where like maybe every just once in a while, maybe every 3rd or 4th time, I was like, ooh, I felt that. It wasn't painful. I didn't even flinch. I didn't stop. I just went on to the next spot, but I did feel it every once in a while. And I don't want to lie to you. What I found is I much preferred, there's a power button here on the side, and that's how you select the intensity. I put it to the setting I want, which I end up using the heavy setting most of the time. And then you hold this for a little over a second, and it puts a few dots on the screen, and it basically means it's an automatic mode. And what you do then is you put it there, there's no button to push. It flashes, you move to the next spot. You flash, you move to the next spot. And it makes it easier just to flow. So that's one little tip I'll give you. As far as my experience, once I started doing that, I never looked back. I never clicked this button again. I just went to automatic mode and just went through the process. So from a usability perspective, good to go. Very much enjoyed the experience. Well, I guess I shouldn't say enjoyed it. I enjoyed the result. Standing in the mirror doing this forever, not necessarily fun, but if it removes your hair, hey, it was worth it. Now, let me change shirts real quick. Also, we'll put some footage on the screen and show you if it worked or not. And the results. And I'm gonna be honest, I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know if this would work at all. I've never done anything like this. And I honestly am extremely impressed. So it's only been 5 weeks, so there's only so much hair growth in that time. But I'm already snowing a ton here. My back is getting very hairy, and this area is hairy. But if you go to the side where I haven't, no hair here, no hair on my back. This area is nice and clean. And here's the real telltale, did it work or not? If you look at my chest, I tried my best to do this in a way where I was following a line. So you could see completed, not completed. Did it work or did it not? And the fact that I am so hairy right here, smooth as a baby's butt right here, but I've got a few hairs here and there. I'd say 99.5% hair removal. I mean, there is very little hair. I am so happy with the results. And then switch to maintenance mode, because as I mentioned, I stopped doing this. I slowed down, I shouldn't say stopped. And there's no hair coming back. So I'm really excited that you get through the process of doing it, and then you can really slow down and just do it every once in a while to have it stop and not come back, and just keep it the way you want. So simply put, it worked great. I am very, very happy with it. If you have any questions or want to know more about the experience, or anything related to this product, hit me in the comments and I will most definitely answer you. If you don't mind, hit that like and subscribe button. It helps out a small channel so much, and I really appreciate it. Link in the description if you think about getting it yourself. But until next time, here's to a healthier you.